And if you are in need of some extra paper, which I always say, if you can only get one add-on, get the pattern paper add-on, in my humble opinion, because it can really stretch your kits, and then you don't have to choose which side to use, and that rhymes. So, from Pink Fresh Studio, from the Felicity collection, this is Chevron Gold foiled vellum. Now that's a tongue twister, and it's just beautiful. It's lovely. It's really like thick vellum, and you know, one side it's gold, and if for some weird reason you don't want to use gold, then you can use the other side, which is kind of like, I would say, almost looks, it's like a beige. It looks really great. It's a very subtle effect, so you could add very subtle pattern. I think this is probably the worst background to show that, but I hope you can see. You can still see the pattern, but it's very subtle. So that's an idea. So you get this vellum and then all the papers from the main kit. So you have lots and lots of options, right? Yeah, I think everything is here. Yeah, I think so. So that's one pattern kit you can add. And then there's the cardstock. And you get this month 2 green, and this is a nice green. It's kind of like a yellowy green, I would say, and it's light, not too in your face. You get tons of white cardstock. Tons means 4, which I will probably use all of them. And I don't know who makes these. These are My Colors cardstock. This is called Snowbound. I saw it was different. I think we usually get American Crafts. This side has this lovely texture, and then this side is smooth. So yeah, I'm excited to see, you know, white cardstock is white cardstock, but maybe not all white cardstock is created equal. So we'll see how it goes. But I always use white cardstock in my layouts. You can see if you check my my videos on my channel. 2 crafts which I love lately. I've been using a lot of craft cardstock, and I think not this Saturday, I think next Saturday I will have a layout on my channel using craft cardstock. And 2 yellow ones, and this is really heavyweight. So, and of course they coordinate beautifully with the kit. So these are all the papers options. Now something exciting that I don't know where I put. Ooh, yeah, the embellishment add-on. The embellishment add-on this month is fantastic, and I'll try and start with the less exciting things. No offense, you know, but you know, it's like cork letter stickers. So if you know me, compared to the other stuff that I'm about to show you, cork letter stickers are not that exciting. You get 166. What's nice about cork is that you can alter it. So, you know, it's a really great neutral to have, especially with all the colors in the kit. But you could also paint it white or any other color you'd like. So, and I like the font. It's nice. This is fun. This is Pink Fresh Studio from the Felicity collection. These are called glitter word stickers, and they are glitter word stickers. Amazing. And they are silver, but the side, you know, the foam is pink. So it's really cool because you get this kind of different effect. And there's a ton of stuff I like. I love the kind of little flourishes. That's a really nice touch that I haven't seen in similar products. Ooh, fantastic. More. They should totally do that more. And lots of words which are great for titles. You know, you don't have to come up with clever titles because, you know, I'm not very good at that. And then we have this exciting thing. So this is the 6x6 paper pad from Pink Fresh Studio, and this is the Felicity collection, and there are 32 single-sided papers, so tons of papers. This will stretch your kit so much. So I'll just show you quickly. We have the little birdies and these guys. So we saw these already. Some of the papers we have in the main kit, so these are familiar to us. And see, this one is new, so that's really cute. And then this lovely tone-on-tone pink pattern. Tons of things you could do with these. Cute houses, you know, you could cut the little houses. I love this. These birds, and it's kind of a lovely kind of peachy color in the background. Very multicolored, so probably, you know, I'll have to cut these because I can't see myself using a whole sheet of that. Lovely pattern in aqua, probably I would say. Another really cute, very Pink Fresh Studio pattern to me, like kind of like a scene. And this lovely pattern, and then the stripe, and the weird pattern, the weird cute one. It's kind of like a heart, but you know, then they cut it and made it weird. So tons and tons of papers. Really, I think you could just do so much with the kids. And I don't know what to, the next three things are so fun. I'm not sure where to start. So we get the cardstock die cuts from Felicity collection, Pink Fresh Studio, and I'm actually not going to open it, but there's a ton of stuff here, like tons of die cuts and word, if you can dream it, you can do it. So you get also your motivational quotes for the day, really cute stuff. And these I'm excited about because they're really different. So this is Basic Ray, and this is from the Saturday Morning collection, and it's called Flower Kit. And it has these cute yellow buttons. And everything's falling out. Okay, so it has these yellow buttons, and then you can build kind of flowers and then put the buttons in the middle. I think that's the concept. But of course you don't have to, you know, you could use the buttons separately. And then we have like all these fun stuff. So there are like tissue flowers. This is like, I don't know, some sort of like a tool, I guess, but it's quite sturdy. So there are a bunch of these in different sizes, so you can really layer, you know, make beautiful layered flowers. So gorgeous. I love the tissue. And you also have these like pattern pieces. So this is so cute. I love the colors. It's so whimsical. I'm very much into whimsical lately, so I'm really excited about having such cute stuff to use. Really adorable things. Lovely, fun, happy colors. Very spring colors. Love this flower. It has kind of a print pattern in the back. Really, really cute things. Look how cute. Kind of looks like an alien. Super, super cute stuff. I really like the colors, and you know, you have to think, well, you don't have to think, but when I get such a kit, as I said, multicolored things are kind of hard for me to use. So, you know, I look at this and there are so many colors, but think about it, you know, think about just using the pinks, and then suddenly it doesn't look so colorful. You can really just work, you know, with pieces from one color area on the color wheel, and this makes it so much easier to use because you have less choices, and it just gives it a totally different look. So, you know, for example, you could just use these pieces on a layout and, you know, cover like this green cover it with something if you don't want green on your layout. And just look how pretty that is. And so much easier for me at least. And then for another layout, you can take just the turquoise bits and pieces and work with that. Or turquoise and blue. So cute. Really, so much fun. I really love this. Love these patterns. This will be, you know, here, for example, if you don't want the all this green, even though it's a really nice kind of almost neon green, you know, just cut out the pink circle. And I mean, what a great little embellishment this is. So cute. You know, here I could cut the alien tentacles and use just this circle in the middle. I love this blue. It's a really, it's a beautiful shade of blue. I'll have to think of, you know, what other colors I like to combine with it. I think this is a good combo. A really light pink. I think this would be a good combo. So, you know, try to think of things like this. Don't just look at like, so much color and so much. You don't have to use everything in one layout, although you could totally do that. Missy, for example, is amazing in using a lot of color on one layout. I don't have that skill. I prefer to use just, you know, 2 colors or 3 colors. And this is just adorable. It's one of these things that, could it be cuter? I don't think so. Sequin Studio Puffs from Pink Fresh Studio, the Felicity collection. There are 90 here. And these are puffy stickers that look like sequins. Isn't that amazing? I love it. And the colors are fantastic. You know, you could take just, you know, 1 row of each color. I mean, take just 1 puffy sticker from each color, you know, and just use that as a really cool element on your layout. Just the whole rainbow right there. Love it. So I think the embellishment kit this month is super exciting and a lot of fun. What to next? I'll show you the color kit. The color kit has some fun stuff. So this is the color kit. It has these aqua hues from Shimmers, which these are basically watercolors. So they come hard in this little jar, and you have to wet them to activate them. And the longer you leave the water in, you know, put some water in, if you wait a few minutes, the longer you wait, the more intense the color will be. I will be playing with these so I can show you how to use them. And Missy also has, I think she has already videos using these because these are new. They're a new product for Shimmers. So the colors are, we have this really nice bright yellow. It's called Crazy Daisy. There's a green that is called Green with Envy. And there is this, this is kind of like a blue, I think it's like a blue-gray or a grayish blue or a bluish-gray, whatever you want to call it. And it's called Blue Moon. And then we have this really fun stamp from Pink Fresh Studios. And I really like it because it's really whimsical and cute. I think it will be a really nice accent. You could emboss this and with white embossing powder, which is what I really love to do with watercolors. And then, you know, add the watercolor on top of it, and the embossing powder will resist the watercolor. So that's a cute way to use it. And then we have from Urban Luxe Basic Gray. These are watercolor paper die cuts, and there is a ton here. So there are 3 types of alpha and a few shapes. There's like a heart, a star, and a couple of gems. And yeah, you could use the aqua hues with them. You can use any type of watercolors you have with them. Just really great colors. I think my camera is telling me it's too long. From Basic Gray, Saturday Morning, these are called, well, they're enamel dots, but they are called Candy Buttons. And yeah, just really pretty colors. I really like that. I really like this shade of blue. It's very pretty. Yes, Basic Gray. Then we have these Pink Fresh Studio word and phrase stickers. Oh, there's a ton here. From the Felicity collection. There are 57 pieces. I'm gonna need 3 months to use this kit. There is just tons and tons of things. So I just want to show you. This is really fun. I really like this, how they made it. So, you know, here you have the traditional kind of phrases and words. And then here you have sentences and... Oh, this is nice. Okay, this is not so crazy optimistic like the other ones. I crave a life filled with magic in the smallest of things. I really like that. Somewhere between here and there, I found happiness. Throw kindness around like confetti. By doing what you love, you inspire and awaken the hearts of others. That's beautiful, actually. I can live with those things on my layout. I really like it, and obviously it's like really pretty with all the kind of watercolor effects. Really fun. Hello, my pretties. The puffy stickers. I must have some puffy stickers. What is that accent? I don't know. I love this. These are called Studio Puffs, and they are from the Felicity collection by Pink Fresh Studio, and they are amazeballs. I said it, amazeballs. I've never said that word, and I think I won't ever say it again. It doesn't feel natural. And last but not least, let's check this out. Vellum Alpha stickers from Pink Fresh Studio, the Felicity collection, 192 pieces. I love, love, love vellum. And we have 3 sheets. So one is this kind of like this peachy orange color. One is this beautiful light blue. I really love this color. It's really pretty. And then we have green, which I'm not a huge fan of, but we'll see. The kits are packed every month, but I feel like the March kits are super packed. There is just so much stuff. I will have so much fun using them. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry about my weird mood. Yeah, what can I do? Hip kits make me happy. Woohoo! Bye!